What if the smartest part of you is what's keeping you stuck? Many with active, analytical minds experience this perpetual internal motion, constantly thinking, planning, meticulously analyzing outcomes and pitfalls. Yet, despite this mental whirlwind, we remain paralyzed by our own thoughts. You might be wrestling with how to stop overthinking and anxiety, seeking a way out. Here's a core insight. Overthinking isn't weakness, it's a superpower, a potent cognitive tool no one taught you to use effectively. By the end, you'll understand how to act through the noise of intrusive thoughts. Reframe your thinking and combine your analytical mind with intuition for unstoppable momentum, helping you stop worrying. That incessant inner voice, it's like a relentless coach in your head. Never stops talking, critiquing, strategizing, but crucially, never lets you play the game. This constant stream can feel overwhelming, making you think something's wrong with your mind. Reassure yourself, this experience isn't abnormal. You're hearing the interplay of cognitive biases shaping perceptions, emotional bias coloring judgments, and rumination replaying scenarios. These aren't defects. They indicate a highly analytical mind, currently mismanaged, not broken. The challenge isn't the voice, but navigating its commentary without letting it dictate your actions. Understanding these mechanisms is the first step towards control. Consider this: Clark Kent didn't eliminate his powers, he learned to control them. Your capacity for deep analytical thought, your overthinking, is like Superman's super hearing. It lets you perceive things others miss, foresee consequences with X-ray vision. Initially useful, a genuine advantage. But uncontrolled, this flood of information, this awareness of every risk, becomes overwhelming, leading to paralysis, not empowerment. The core shift isn't achieving mental silence, often impossible for an active mind. It's about achieving mastery. You don't need to stop thinking, you need to manage your thought intensity. Remember, you don't wait for silence, you learn to move through noise. This perspective shift is crucial for anxiety relief and reclaiming mental energy. So, how do we begin to manage this superpower? The first crucial shift is this: act through the noise, not after it's gone. Waiting for your mind to quiet down before taking action is like waiting for the ocean to become perfectly still before setting sail. An indefinite postponement. Think of a boxer in the ring. They hear their coach shouting instructions, the roar of the crowd, the pressure of the opponent. Yet, they still move, still fight. You must adopt this same approach with your inner monologue. This is where cognitive diffusion becomes invaluable. Cognitive diffusion is separating yourself from your thoughts, observing them as transient mental events rather than direct commands or absolute truths. You learn to notice the voice, acknowledge its presence, but crucially, stop automatically obeying its suggestions or dire predictions. As you practice this, you might start to notice the voice never needed to go silent, you just needed to stop obeying it. This is a powerful technique for anxiety relief and understanding how to stop overthinking. The second major shift involves dismantling a common trap for overthinkers: the relentless need to be absolutely sure before taking any step. Here's a hard truth: certainty, especially the kind sought through endless internal deliberation, is largely an illusion. You don't get clarity by thinking more, you get clarity by doing. Over-reliance on logic and analysis, while seemingly prudent, often backfires spectacularly. It breeds perfectionism, which in turn fuels procrastination, not actual progress. The pursuit of an imaginary, flawless plan keeps you locked in a cycle of thought, preventing the very actions that would provide real-world feedback and genuine insight. The core belief you must cultivate is, I become sure by starting. Action is the crucible where uncertainty is burned away and true clarity is forged. It's in the messy, imperfect process of doing that you discover what works, what doesn't, and what your next move should be. Remember this hypnotic cue: you already know what to do, but the voice just keeps rehearsing, delaying that crucial first step. This brings us to our third essential shift. Don't use thinking as a cage, use action as your teacher. Overthinkers often engage in exhaustive pre-reflection, meticulously analyzing every angle before any experience has even occurred. This preemptive rumination effectively turns your powerful mind into a self-imposed prison, confining you with what-ifs and imagined potential failures, stalling any real progress. The key is to fundamentally flip this process. Intelligent reflection should follow direct experience, not perpetually replace it or prevent it. Engage with the world. Take that crucial first step. Launch that project you've been contemplating. Have that important conversation. Then, and only then, harness your analytical skills to reflect deeply on what happened, what you learned from the outcomes, both good and bad, and how you can adapt and iterate. This dynamic approach transforms thinking from a source of paralysis into an indispensable tool for growth and continuous refinement. As the insightful saying goes, it's not about calming the storm, it's about learning to sail through it. Learning how to stay focused on action first and then reflecting constructively is absolutely crucial to stop worrying and break free from the debilitating, endless cycle of rumination. Action provides the vital raw data for effective thought, not the other way around. While your analytical mind is one superpower, there's another potent mental force, often overshadowed by the relentless noise of overthinking: your intuition. Indeed, the only thing powerful enough to rival the overthinking machine is the quiet, persistent whisper of your gut. This isn't about abandoning logic or critical thinking, but about skillfully integrating it with another profound form of intelligence. Learning to unlock and genuinely trust your intuition involves teaching yourself to consciously pause amidst the mental chatter, to truly listen for that subtle, internal knowing, and then to validate these intuitive nudges through mindful observation and experience. Think of your intuition as a finely tuned internal compass. It's uniquely capable of helping you filter through the pervasive distortions of emotional bias and the circular reasoning of cognitive biases that so often fuel debilitating overthinking. It provides a different kind of essential data, a felt sense that can expertly guide you when logic alone leads to a frustrating stalemate. So, ask yourself this reflective cue. If tuning your intuition was the alternative superpower, capable of providing invaluable clarity and direction when you're struggling with how to stop overthinking and anxiety, would you be truly willing to develop it? Cultivating this vital connection is key to achieving a more balanced, effective approach to decision-making and learning how to stay focused on what truly matters. Now let's tie all these critical shifts together with a central empowering theme. Overthinking doesn't magically go away. You just consciously stop letting it drive your life. The goal isn't to eradicate this part of your mind. That highly analytical, detail-oriented processor is, in fact, a valuable asset. The true objective is to fundamentally change your relationship with it, to decisively move from a position of passive, often fearful, obedience to one of active, confident leadership. This critical transition brings you into a place of profound personal control, not the often sought-after but elusive illusion of complete mental silence. Imagine this powerful analogy. You are the driver of your life's vehicle. The voice of overthinking, with all its incessant worries and detailed analyses, is merely the radio. You can choose to listen to it. You can certainly consider its input, but you ultimately decide the direction, the speed, and crucially, when to change the station or adjust the volume. By consciously choosing to act through noise, by seeking clarity through doing, by reflecting intelligently after action, and by integrating your intuition, you fully reclaim your power. You learn to combine action, intuition, and intelligent reflection into a harmonious, effective system. And remember this potent hypnotic cue: overthinking is your superpower, but only if you learn to control it, to wisely channel its considerable energy rather than be consumed by it. As we approach the culmination of these ideas, I want to leave you in a state of profound self-reflection, with a few identity-shaping questions. Consider these deeply. If overthinking is indeed your superpower, a potent tool simply awaiting masterful control, what would genuinely change in your life, in your work, in your relationships, if you finally, truly took control of it? Imagine the immense possibilities, the unlocked potential. And further, if your intuition, that quiet inner wisdom, became your trusted second brain, a reliable guide through all of life's complexity and uncertainty, what would you be brave enough to do then? What ambitions would you eagerly pursue? What decisions would you make with newfound, unwavering confidence? These aren't just rhetorical questions. They are direct invitations to a new way of being, a new way of operating. And to begin embodying this shift, I encourage you to take one small action right now. Perhaps it's leaving a comment, sharing this message, or simply committing to one specific action you've been endlessly overthinking. Don't wait to feel ready. That's the voice again, the old familiar pattern. Move anyway. This small act can be a powerful symbolic defiance, against the paralysis of overthinking. Let's deliver the final orientation, the ultimate reframe. You are not stuck because you're weak. You're stuck because you're powerful, and until now, perhaps, simply untrained in wielding that inherent power effectively. Your struggle with overthinking isn't a sign of deficiency. It's a profound testament to the depth and capability of your mind. See yourself not as a victim of your thoughts, but as a high-potential individual learning to lead them, to guide them, to harness their considerable energy rather than merely obey their often anxious commands. You are not broken. You are, in fact, brimming with untapped potential, ready to be unleashed. And maybe, just maybe, someone else out there, someone still caught in the frustrating loop of overanalysis and inaction, needs to hear the journey of how you broke free. Not because you suddenly had it all figured out perfectly, but because you were real enough and brave enough to move anyway, despite all the noise.